openings for the blitz, whatever's easier to play, rather than what's most objectively best.
And Nepo actually treats this game very seriously.
Very serious indeed. Oh, bishop d3. I would say a moral victory already for
This
Jan.
is first Petrov in the tournament.
I do too. I think it is.
And I think Jan is going to play a Gambit. I think queen e2 will be met by bishop e7. Yeah, nobody's defending this pawn anymore.
And guess what? You were wrong. Commentators curse. Nobody's taking this pawn.
Well, I meant nobody's defending this pawn.
Nobody's defending this pawn. Sorry. He
kind of
gambited it rather quickly, in fact.
Very topical response to this line, saying that my bishop there and my completely painless development compensates for a very, very healthy extra pawn. Completely.
So, from Black's point of view, is he playing for rook e8 and bishop f6, or where's the...
Rook e8 for sure, but then you choose. I think ideally you would like to play something like queen d7, b6, bishop b7. The problem with a move like queen b7 is you can run into, I don't know, queen d5 or something. White will not take it lying down, but ideally I think the bishop, which is currently on c8, would be on a long diagonal. You just need to figure out how to get it.
How to get it there.
Yeah.
Bishop e3, basically just throwing down the gauntlet and saying, you can make a tempo against my queen now, see, but I'm going to go queen d5 and I'm going to trade queens.
What if I play knight b4 just to take away the d5 square and attack c2?
I like that move. I like that move because...
This is very good.
Yes.
I would like to take the credit, but that was Engin's first move.
Queen to d5 now? I mean, that was what bishop e3... No.
Queen f4, interesting. Just allowing b6. Surprises me, frankly. I think I would have liked to at least try and make it as uncomfortable for Black as possible to achieve that setup.
The only thing I can imagine that you're wanting to do with White, because you are allowing this very easy play, b6, bishop b7, playing for d4, that was really a surprise. I thought queen d5 was exclusive.
Honestly, the move knight b4 still, I like it quite a bit. I think we want to play knight b4, force a rook to c1, any rook, frankly, I don't care. Then play b6. And if the knight gets chased away, I will consider even knight d5, because I think trading that pair of knights and getting the queen on a very good central square followed by bishop b7 is a very logical follow-up. But Jan just goes b6 immediately, which is also fine.
Makes sense. b6 immediately, as you just said. Knight b4 still in the pocket. Now knight b4, rook d2, it doesn't have that attractiveness that it had a moment ago.
And White hopes to push d4.
Indeed it does.
Well, I think it's kind of unstoppable at this point.
Well, you don't really want to play bishop a6, as the bishop really does belong on the long diagonal. But bishop d6, asking a question. What is your queen doing for?
Queen h4 or queen g5? Queen g5 was played.
Queen h4, I even start to just... Yeah, like the knight is a little bit off.
We can continue.
game square for the knight. Knight f4 check.
Yeah, he's probably out of the woods now. He's done the 14 seconds, but his moves are about to become a lot simpler.
Indeed, they
He's
are.
basically threatening a perpetual with knight f4, knight h5 check.
Bishop g7.
So yeah, Alireza has to stop that, but now the d5 pawn is gone, and white is still better, but yeah, compared to the absolutely deadly threats White had earlier.
The relief is
This is
absolutely
nothing.
palpable now.
This is nothing.
By the way, rook a5 potential. Oh, alert, alert! Rook e7 check. Don't drop the knight.
So knight c3.
Yep. Looks like a good move.
Do you think rook d7 would be enough to draw? For black?
Yes.
Maybe, but it's a
But the knight on e2 now feels. I think I would have just. He was afraid also of maybe rook to g7. So he protected the square. But yeah, knight to d4, knight to e6. You start thinking of fortresses, no?
This is clever. Yeah, making this move when b5 actually drops the g pawn. But Jan finds rook d1, rook b1, and now he.
That was nice. Provoking f4, putting the pawn on a dark square, and
it's
making
always
the
gonna
bishop less effective.
Hanging.
As well as bishop e3 is no longer.
An update, Hikaru has won his game against Levon.
Wow,
Very important in the context of our standings.
Huge victory there for
I looked
Hikaru.
away for a second. How did the bishop get to e5 from g5?
Very
Why f6?
But f4 was not hanging.
He found a spot where exactly the moment where it wasn't hanging.
He mixed it, mixed and matched. didn't he?
7 seconds for Nepo.
Which is more than he used to have, actually. Yeah, this is an improvement.
7
He
seconds.
has a
is-
fortress, right? Everything's kind of protected and
It feels like it, right? But okay, h5 and
Rook c2 even. I would have maybe gone after that pawn already.
I think he's looking at rook check, and maybe, as you say, go after that a pawn. Rook b4. What did
Was
he
he
do?
Bishop d6 was well, a
and
bit
rook
of an
e7.
issue. Yeah.
Uh-oh. 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 He's dropped a pawn, and that's pawn number 2. Uh-oh.
Okay, now I think
The fortress, the wonderful
Yeah.
blockade he had.
He will be able to take on a2, but the pieces will be so misplaced that this actually feels losing. But
Careful.
the knight could actually come out via e1 and g2, which is very important.
Exactly.
And rook e2, rook a6, bishop e7. Is the pawn ending winning?
Well,
surely, right?
no question. You have to play it.
Bishop c5 though now wins on the
King
spot,
C6.
right? You
2
can no longer,
seconds
you can no
for
longer
Alireza.
attack
King
the-
c6.
Once, oh my, they're making moves on a
No, knight e1 check. Okay, that was just a spasm at the very end.
Yeah.
King